This is a series of 4 cases actually, but I will be presenting only 2. A 54-year-old woman. Can you hear me? Is my voice too
Yeah,
low?
yeah. Purva, please go ahead.
So there was diminished vision in her left eye more than the right eye since 6 months. It was insidious and onset and progressive. Her right eye vision was 612. Left eye vision was 2 by 36, rather around maybe uh, yeah, 2 by 36 and N8 in both the eyes, best corrected. Both eyes had NS1 cataract. So when we saw the anterior segment was normal, absolutely, other than the cataract. And on the fundus, we saw these hypopigmented lesions from arcade to arcade in both the eyes. It was better made out on the multicolor, and this was how it looked in the right eye. And here we can see it's slightly coming more inferior in the left eye. We can make out this kind of foveal changes also. This was the FAF. This had a very peculiar pattern, like a like triangular lesion with its apex downwards. So when we took an OCT through the lesion superiorly, there was outer retinal atrophy with RPE thinning. And we took an OCT line scan through the lower part of the lesion. There was a diffuse thickening of the RPE, rather there was a diffuse deposition of material sub RPE, and the choroid was thicker compared to the choroid in the superior part of the lesion. So in the left eye also it was similar. Through the superior part of the lesion, it was outer retinal thinning was there, and inferior part of the lesion, the choroid was thicker, and there were those sub-RPE deposits. Coming to the second case, this is a 76-year-old man with diminished vision in the right eye, noticed since just 8 days. It was sudden in onset, more for near vision, and he was a diabetic since 2 years. His best corrected vision in the right eye was 624 and left eye 69. Right eye was only N18. He was pseudophakic in both the eyes. His multicolor was not as impressive as the first case. There was some small drusenoid deposits, best seen on the green reflectance actually. And in the left eye also it was not impressive. It was there was this kind of cartwheel appearance at the fovea. Now coming to the AF, it was much more revealing. There were similar as to the first case. There were these hypoautofluorescent lesions in the near the superior arcade in both the eyes, and there was this kind of diffuse hyperautofluorescence in the inferior part of the lesion, especially in the right eye. When we did the OCT again, through the superior part of the lesion, there was some outer retinal thinning, although not as diffuse as the first case. And through the fovea, there was a sub-RP membrane probably with overlying edema. In the left eye, again in the superior part of the lesion at the place of hypo, there was outer retinal thinning with outer RPE thinning. But surprisingly, probably because it was much less uh, distributed compared to the first case, the choroid was still okay. I mean, in fact, on the thicker side. And through the fovea, the choroid looked okay. This was the CNVM on the Octa. So when I looked at literature initially, I was looking at the pattern. So it was a vertically oriented kind of atrophy, and there are multiple differentials for this kind of diffuse pattern of subretinal drusenoid deposits. I forgot to mention that even subretinally, it was pretty diffuse throughout the macula, wherever there was no atrophy, as in the inferior parts of the lesion. There was both diffuse subretinal deposits as well as sub-RPE deposits, and in the superior retina at the place of hypoautofluorescence, it was more of thinning. So when we saw, obviously we know that in AMD the SDD are more conical and discrete. So when there was diffuse pattern and only diffuse sub retinal drusenoid deposits, there's an entity called extensive macular atrophy with pseudodrusen. But like in our cases, when it was associated with sub-RP deposition, it is a phenotype of geographic atrophy called diffuse trickling phenotype of geographic atrophy described on autofluorescence patterns. So what if it is DTGA? Basically, AF patterns kind of prognosticate GA well, as evidenced by a lot of work by Dr. Holmes, and this had the highest rates of prognosis per year. And so what if it's EMAP? Although it is not, I just wanted to share this educational slide. The vertical extent in these pathologies is more, and there is severe vision loss, and it's more of a pre-senile degeneration, and there is early foveal involvement. So I didn't know how else to publish it, so I just sent a picture to Ophthalmology Retina as Japanese fan hypoautofluorescence in DTG. So this is, of course, we don't look at GA in India like the Americans do, or the white race does. So I would love the panel's opinions on my cases.